This is not going into the car you think it is, so let's go get this thing fitted. Guys, we're finally back working on the BMW E36. It's been a couple weeks, but I got parts and we're starting version 2. I'm still in here finishing up the wiring for the headlights and then gonna get this all reassembled. And finally, we have the first part of version 2 for the interior to match. Now in here we have carbon backed F82M4 seats stitched with yellow, matching back seat, and already an F10M5 steering wheel, but I really wanted to get this swapped out to carbon with yellow stitching to match everything. So let's get this thing pulled, the new one test fitted, and see what it looks like. Also, for everyone wondering, I do not have any functionality out of this wheel. None of the buttons are connected. I don't even have the horn or airbag connected because my car is a tube front, and obviously there's no airbag sensors anymore, and there's no horn because it's a tube front. So yeah, I'm not saying it can't be done, but I don't personally have it set up. Also, for these steering wheels, make sure you do not get an M2, 3, or 4 steering wheel. They will not fit. It has to be an F10 M5 or the M6 from that late, like I think it's 2014, 2015, because these splines are still the same as the old E-series steering racks versus the M2, M3, M4 have different spline count they do not fit on. But with an M5 steering wheel, it slides right on to the splines, the bolt and everything lines up just like it should. And even the clearance on an E36 back here clears. I even made these little block off plates for where the paddles were because it was an automatic car. So let's get the center bolt in, torque down, and then the airbag just back in, sitting in place, and see what it looks like. This is so clean. It goes so well. The carbon trim now matches there and the back of the seats. The yellow stitching ties it all together, and it is the first part that we did for version 2. Now we're gonna move on to the center console area. This whole thing goes pure carbon. I think I'm gonna switch these boots now to yellow stitching, a new shifter, tie it all together, and this interior will be completely finished and matching. Once again, guys, I'm sorry that I don't have a better answer on the compatibility of the airbag, the horn, and the wiring. I'm sure there's some wiring guys that could comment, and I'm sure it could be done. I just don't know how difficult it is to do that. But with that being said, we're gonna get back on wiring this front end so I can get the front end reassembled finally and get the wheels back on, get it back on the ground, and we're gonna start on a taillight project, a trunk project, the rest of the interior, and maybe some huge engine goals for version 2. So stay tuned, there's lots to do. It's gonna be pretty sweet.